Hi, my name is Chris Evans, and I'm going to show you how to photograph your art after you've already gotten lights and cameras and a tripod from the IT department. After you've set up your lights, make sure you get them high enough so that you have some dynamic lighting in your photograph. Don't be afraid to put your lights up high. Once your lights are in place, put your camera on a tripod and make sure that your art is positioned fully inside of the frame of the photograph. You're looking for about 75% of the frame filled with the piece of art. You want it positioned so that the lines are perpendicular and parallel to the edges of the frame. Once you have your image composed, look directly through the viewfinder and make sure that everything looks correct. Take the time to look at the light through the viewfinder and watch how it moves as you move the lights. Play with the intensity of the light and the color temperature. Try and blend your light with the light of the space that you're photographing in, and physically move the lights to make a more appropriate exposure. Watch out for glares that might enter the frame, and watch out for weird looking shadows, making sure that what you're looking at is what you want to photograph. Photography is all about pre-imagining what you're going to take a picture of. For people in the know about photography or want to learn more, these are the features and functions of your camera that you'll want to use when documenting your work and taking pictures all of the time, or most of the time at least. For everyone else, use the auto function. It works pretty well in most situations. Auto white balance also is a good choice, but try to avoid auto ISO. Keep it at 100. Now that everything's set up, don't forget to press the shutter button. Don't be afraid to take more pictures than you think you need. Take a picture, look at it, change your lights, and take another picture. It's free. Do you need to photograph a 3D object? You're probably wondering, how do I make it look nice? Well, look no further than your local lab area. Use the white butcher paper as your new seamless backdrop. Now let's go back to where we're shooting. Composition for 3D objects is very similar to 2D objects. You want the object to fill the frame. You want an evenly lit, clean background that doesn't have any distracting gradients or hot spots. Watch out for shadows that are going in two different directions. That's a dead amateur giveaway move. Don't be one of those. A big trick when photographing objects is to change the distance that the light is from the object. Depending on the size, moving your light in close will create softer shadows and a more well-rounded gradient on the object. Just like with 2D objects, you'll want to match the light with the height of the object, lighting it naturally for the space. Just like with the 2D objects, make sure to experiment with the intensity and brightness of your lights. Notice how the shadows change and how the mood changes of your photograph. To some extent, the lighting of your object should match the tone and feel of your object. This is really where your object gets to put its best foot forward, or rocket engine. Now that your object looks picture perfect, don't forget to press the shutter button.